It's the two Box Hill athletes that will work towards the front of the field.
2-1.
In Lachlan Doman and Spencer Anderson, the Wendouree athlete, in Harry Sharp has moved his way forward early as well. And they'll set up the pace at the front of the field as the field, well, it's strung out a little bit more than the early stages of the women's 1500 metres we saw just taken out before by Georgia Laven. But it's the Box Hill athletes that have moved to the front, and the third of them in Connor Ogilvie has worked his way forward. The Box Hill club will be well represented through the first 300 metres. Frankston athlete on the plinth there, that's Ned Buxton. But with 300 metres in, the pace is just starting to settle, Tim. There's two Box Hill athletes, they're probably pretty familiar with one another and they're working nicely on the front.
Yeah, certainly looking quite relaxed out there at the moment. I anticipate they'll probably start to move a bit down the back straight. The boys tend to get a little bit more willing, and you're seeing some moves there in the midfield too as they're starting to get a little bit unsettled with this pace.
Now, it looks like Sharp of Wendouree that he just dropped back a little bit and has moved forward again into third, just sitting behind Doman and Anderson of the Box Hill club. He's trying to work his way around the outside. He had a look and I think he's going to make a move there. It's South Melbourne runner Will Richards. He's trying to work his way wide, maybe to get a little bit further forward. He's just ducked himself back in again. There's the two Box Hill athletes there. Connor Ogilvie is just drifting back through the field. He's get a bit of a protected run, it looks like, as we do see now the South Melbourne athlete. He decided he was going to go again and he's moved forward, and that looks like it's Will Richards, and I guess he's made the decision that he doesn't want to be trapped too far back, Tim, as they enter the home straight for the second time.
That actually could be Raymond Nair, I think, in the South Melbourne hoops. Raymond's been running very well at Shield lately, so he's certainly got a good dominant position out there, about 3 wide, but looking very strong.
Looks like Richards and Nair are there for the South Melbourne club, of course, in the very distinct red and white hoops. Just tucked in behind them, the St Kevin's yellow, that's Thomas Scroggie. But it's still the two Box Hill athletes at the front of the field doing all the work. The Frankston runner, I think it's Ned Buxton, maybe Daniel Alberto starting to work through into that top 5 or 6 on the track. Buxton on the inside, that's just tucked in behind our two race leaders. It's probably not a bad place to be. It's a little bit blustery here at Lakeside Stadium. We hope, of course, that settles down for the main races, but letting all the two Box Hill athletes do the work at the front, and could be a good tactic for him.
I think we're going to see something very similar to what happened in the girls' race. So they took the pace off yet again on that second lap. So they're probably running about 4:40 pace, which most of these guys would find very comfortable.
I think we have a look at the seat here. Spencer Anderson, 4:17. He's listed at his best. Buxton at Frankston, a 4:14 to his credit, and Doman a 4:35. And, well, Tim, you called it. They're just starting to dial it up. There'll be 1 lap remaining when they go past the start line now as the Western Athletics athlete, Ethan McMinamy, starts to work forward, and we'll ask a question of the Box Hill athletes that are sat 1 and 2 for the most part of this race.
On to watch here will be Sharp, but it's the Frankston runner also moving up there. 2 South Melbourne boys still in, Raymond Nair is there, and then the Western A's guy goes again.
And it's Box Hill's Anderson that looks like he's not going to relinquish that lead. Sharp's there in the red, white and blue of Wendouree. And on his shoulder there, McMinamy of Western Athletics. So they're the 3 that'll lead him in the back straight there. Box Hill's Anderson has been there from the outset, and strong and loping strides there. He's moving out, but now we see the young man from Frankston, Ned Buxton's put the foot down and is accelerated clear, Tim.
Yeah, that's a very good move, very decisive move into the wind, obviously. He's decided he's going to go for it, and they've got to chase him down.
Well, he's moved very, very swiftly to the front. Ned Buxton will lead them into the home straight. Anderson's giving chase back to Sharp and his compatriots, but it's going to be a very impressive turn of speed
That's
here.
Delberto.
The man from Frankston, in fact, it's Delberto that's moving up very, very swiftly. He's going to take the win in the Mike Hillardt 1,500 metres, ahead of Anderson, back to Buxton into third place. So Frankston take 2 places in the top 3, and Anderson will move into the second place in this event.
Yeah, that was a good race there from Delberto. He made his move at the right time into the headwind, and he said, catch me if you can. And that was a really nice, strong run with the tailwind as he came into the home straight.